Yo, what is going on, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is your boy Jay bringing us a 2023 schedule release review video for the New England Patriots. The schedule released last night, May 11th. It is currently Friday, May 12th. I'm very excited because now we have all these schedules and all the dates for the 2020-23 NFL season. I'm very excited, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over every single one of the Patriots games, date by date, week by week, and then I will also be giving you guys my thoughts, comments, and analysis on each game, and then at the end, I will go through it again and predict whether I think the Patriots will win or lose, and then a final overall season record at the end of the video for the New England Patriots. I'm very excited. If there's another team you guys want me to do, like your favorite team or something, comment down below because I'd be more than happy to do them. I'm just doing the Patriots right now because y'all know I'm a major New England Patriots fan. Probably within the next couple of days, I will get a video out going over the hardest schedules as well as some of the easiest schedules. But the one video I wanted to get out right away was the Patriots schedule and go over each game by game. Very excited. If you guys want, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. But without further ado, let's just get to the video. So, starting off in week one, right away, we are going against one of the best teams in the league, the Philadelphia Eagles. This is a home game, and a quick side note, this is actually a pretty cool game because Tom Brady will be attending it. This is the game where we are going to be kind of honoring Tom Brady as the Patriot. I don't know if they're going to retire like his jersey or anything there. I'm not sure exactly what the details are yet, but I do know Tom Brady will be attending this game, and it's going to be kind of like a ceremony at halftime to honor Tom Brady as the Patriot he once was and the amazing Patriot career he had. So that is going to be pretty cool. Week one, right off the bat, he was invited, and he said, absolutely, I would love to go. So quick side note there that he will be at the game, and he will be honored by the Patriots and the Patriot organization. So I thought that was pretty cool. And another one thing I want to say real quick before I dive into the actual schedule. This is a very tough schedule for the Patriots, and in every single ranking of the schedules from hardest to least hardest, I've seen the Patriots top 5 in the hardest ranked schedule in pretty much every single one. I've seen the Patriots even having the hardest schedule in some people's rankings. So the Patriots do not have an easy schedule this year. They play the AFC East and the NFC East. So it's a very tough schedule for the Patriots. Some people said they have the hardest schedule of the year. Others were saying top 5, but definitely a very tough schedule for the Patriots. So that was one other thing I wanted to throw in there before we get to the schedule. And as I'm looking at the schedule for the Patriots, they really have 3 stretches of the season. It starts off a very tough stretch. The first 5 to 6 to 7 games are very tough. Kind of lets up around week 9 to week 13, I would say. And then the final 4 to 5 games are pretty tough as well. So 3 main stretches for the Patriots as I look at it. Kind of a pretty hard opening couple games for the Patriots. It gets a little easier in the middle, and then they close out the season with some very tough games as well. So like I said, the Patriots don't have an easy schedule. They have one of the hardest in the league, and I just kind of see it's 3 little chunks. An easy, very hard in the beginning, gets a little easier, and then finishing pretty hard as well. So without further ado, let's just dive into the actual schedule. So week 1, we have the Patriots going up against the defending NFC champions and the nearly Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. This is the game where they're going to be honoring Tom Brady at the ceremony. I do think this is a very tough game for the Patriots. Obviously, the Eagles are the best of the best, but I do like this game. Even if the Patriots lose, I do think it is going to be a good week 1 game to see how legit they are, how much they've improved, how much Mac Jones has improved. I do think it's going to be a good game. It is going to be a very tough game, though, home against the Eagles. Go to week 2. The Patriots are then home versus Miami. Another tough game. Miami's secondary has massively improved with Jalen Ramsey. Tua Tagovailoa is going to be back and healthy. The Patriots played the Dolphins week 1 of last year, and they lost 20-7, so it'll be interesting to see how they go in their first matchup. Home against Miami this time. Follow that up, their first away game at the Jets. This is interesting because historically and even recently, the Patriots have really dominated the Jets. Last year, they swept them 2-0. This time, though, it is going to be with Aaron Rodgers. The Jets are going to have a great quarterback on that roster, so I am a little worried. The Jets have really been the one team the Patriots have dominated even after Tom Brady has left. It's going to be interesting, though, with Aaron Rodgers now on that team. See how that goes. That is the Patriots' first away game. Follow that up in week 4 with another away game at Dallas. This is going to be another tough game. These first 4 games for the Patriots, home against the Eagles, home against the Dolphins, and then at the Jets, and now at Dallas week 4. All 4 very tough games to start out the season at Dallas. I am curious to see how that goes. I think Dallas is probably the worst team out of the first 4 games they play. Again, though, that's not going to be an easy game. Dallas is a crazy environment. Dallas has improved this offseason, so it is going to be interesting to see how that game goes. Their second away game coming off with 3 pretty tough games. I am a little nervous, but the first 4 games for the Patriots are very rough. Next up, we have a home game versus the New Orleans Saints after the at Dallas game in week 5. The Saints, this should be a bit of an easier one, especially considering the first 4 games. Hopefully the Patriots can handle the Saints here. Then the Patriots are at the Las Vegas Raiders week 6. I actually got tickets to this game, so I'm pretty excited. Last year, obviously, the Patriots versus Raiders, it was an absolute disaster with the Jacoby Myers final play of the game. That was a disaster. I hope that does not happen again. I am pretty excited, though. I think it will be a good rematch game. Some people were confused how the Patriots could play the Raiders once last year and then play them again this year. It is because last year the Raiders were a fill game, meaning the Patriots already played two different divisions. The Raiders were just filling in for one of the games, which is normal for all teams. This year the Patriots are playing the AFC West, which is the Raiders division, so they will be playing the Raiders again this year if anyone was confused on how they can play the Raiders twice. At the Raiders, like I said, I have tickets to that game, so I'm pretty excited. I might even make a video on my experience there. Hopefully they win. Follow that up with a home game versus Buffalo in Week 7. This is the first Buffalo matchup of the season. And then follow that up with another home game versus Washington, Week 9. That should be an easier one, hopefully, because, like I said, the start to their first 9 games are pretty rough. All but, 7, I think, are pretty rough. Then Week 10, Patriots are home against Indianapolis. This is a 9:30 game. Excuse me, they're not home against Indianapolis. They're considered the home team, but this is going to be the Germany game. This game is in Germany. I'm very excited. It has been a long time since the Patriots have had a game in Germany. I'm very excited to see this. They're considered the home team again, but like I said, they'll be going up against Indianapolis in Germany. Hopefully, this is kind of more the easier stretch I was talking about. Home against Washington, home against Indianapolis. Hopefully that's kind of more, and then, there's still a few more games to come, but hopefully they can take those two down. I am excited, though, for the Indianapolis game just because it's in Germany, and New England hasn't had a Germany game in a long time. It will be interesting to see how they handle Anthony Richardson and that Colts offense in Week 10. Follow that up with their Week 11 bye. So it is nice the Patriots do have a bye, or their bye, right in the middle of the season. That's nice. You always want to have the bye, especially after the Germany game, too. I do think the Patriots got one of the better byes because, you go to Germany, now you're coming back after a pretty rough stretch of football, and then you get to sit home at Week 11 and have a nice bye. So I do think that's good. Patriots bye is Week 11, so I think it's a good timing for the bye after the Germany game. Up next, though, after their bye, Week 12, they are at the New York Giants. The Giants, I do think, are going to be a much better team this season as well. It's going to be interesting to see how that offense goes. They added a lot of new weapons. Then they are home against the LA Chargers. That'll be another tough one. And I know J.C. Jackson was actually on NFL Network yesterday, I believe, when the schedule was coming out, and he was talking about the Patriots game. He said he's very excited. He said it's a revenge game, and he cannot wait to pick off Mac Jones and show the Patriots why they should have never let him go. So that is going to be an exciting game to watch. Exciting to see how J.C. Jackson makes his return to Foxborough. Follow that up with a at Pittsburgh game. The Patriots also played the Steelers last year, and they beat them 27-20 or 20-17. It was a pretty low scoring game, but the Patriots handled Pittsburgh last year at Pittsburgh. They're going to Pittsburgh again. That will be a primetime game. And then another primetime game right after that, Week 15, they are home against Kansas City. That's a pretty rough game. It is going to be a home primetime game. It's going to be Monday. So the Pittsburgh game at Pittsburgh, that is a Thursday night game. Follow that up Week 15 with a Monday night game versus Kansas City. And then they are at Denver for a Sunday night primetime at the Denver Broncos. So 3 straight primetimes for the Patriots: at Pittsburgh on Thursday, home against Kansas City on Monday, and then the Sunday night primetime will be at Denver. So that is interesting that all 3 of the Patriots primetime games are back-to-back-to-back. And then they close it out with a at Buffalo game in Week 17. Buffalo obviously has pretty hard conditions, especially in December, so that's going to be interesting. Pretty rough schedule for the Patriots as I just read it through. Now I want to go through and kind of give you guys my thoughts on each individual game and then my win-loss prediction for each game as well. So starting off, home against the Eagles Week 1. I'm going to be honest, I don't see the Patriots winning this game. I just don't. That Eagles team is so good, so much better than it was last year, and last year they were incredible. I do, however, think it is going to be closer than people think, and I do think the Patriots will show that they are at least somewhat decent contenders in the AFC. Again, I don't think they stand a chance against the Eagles. I just don't. As of now, this Patriots team is nowhere near as good as the Eagles, but I do think the Patriots will at least make it an interesting game. I could see it being like a low 2-score game, maybe even a 1-score game. I do think the Patriots are going to hang with the Eagles for the most part. I do give it an L, though. I do think the Patriots start off 0-1, but like I said, I do think they at least make it an interesting game, and I think they do hang with the Eagles more than people are expecting. So Week 1, 0-1 versus the Eagles, but I do think it will be a closer game than some people are expecting. Next up, Week 2, we have the Miami Dolphins. This is a home game, followed by the Eagles game. Oh, and excuse me, this is also a primetime game. I didn't realize it. This is a Sunday primetime game. So they have the 3 final primetime games, like I said, back-to-back-to-back. This is also a primetime game on Sunday night. I think the Patriots get it done here versus Miami. I know the Dolphins are a much better team now than they were last year. That secondary is massively improved. But I think Bill Belichick gets the job done here. I think, like I said, I think the Patriots are going to be a good team, though. I think that defense has gotten much better. And offensively, I think Bill O'Brien was the biggest addition to this offense this offseason. And, in the draft, they didn't focus a whole lot on offense till like the 7th round and the 6th round when they got Kayshon Boutte. But I think that's Bill O'Brien telling the guys he's confident in them. He doesn't need a whole lot. When they traded down, they had every receiver available to them. They had tackles available. They didn't go tackle. They didn't go receiver. They went cornerback. So I think Bill O'Brien told Bill Belichick, I'm confident in this offense. You lock down that defense and make it one of the best in the league, and this offense will at least be somewhat decent because, like I said, you look at last year. Last year, the Patriots offense, they almost made the playoffs, and that offense was awful. I think now that Bill O'Brien, who is a good offensive coordinator, gets a lot of flack, but, he can run an offense. I think now that Mac Jones finally has a stable offensive coordinator, I think that offense is going to be good. And like I said, if they really did not have faith in that offense, I think they would have addressed the receiver need very early on. I think they would have addressed a tackle need much earlier on. But I think the fact that they waited till the 6th round to draft a receiver, which I think Kayshon Boutte was great. I think he's going to be a great addition. But it just tells me that they are at least somewhat confident in this offense and they are confident in Mac Jones. So I do think this Patriots team gets the job done in week 2 versus Miami. I do think they get the win. I think that defense is going to be good. I think they finally have a cornerback who can cover on the outside against Tyreek Hill. And then, that secondary is very good between Marcus Jones, Christian Gonzalez, Jack Jones, Jonathan Jones, Kyle Duggar. I think that secondary is going to be a bit of a problem for the Dolphins. And like I said, that receiving core is pretty good, but I do think the secondary for the Patriots is pretty good as well. So Patriots start off the season 1-1, lose to Philadelphia, but then they get the dub week 2 versus the Dolphins. Up next, week 3, the Patriots are at the Jets. I think the Patriots go in with a lot of momentum after the Miami win. I think they go into New York and they give the Jets a run for their money. I think the Patriots have a very good shot to beat the Jets here. And historically, the Patriots have dominated the Jets. I know Aaron Rodgers is now on the Jets and it's a completely new Jets team. I have the Patriots winning this game still, though. That Jets team, the main question for that offense is that offensive line and how well they can protect Aaron Rodgers. And one of the things Bill Belichick did this offseason that really hurt the Jets was the trade down with the Steelers so they could trade up and take left tackle Broderick Jones away from the Jets. It's going to be very interesting to see how that affects this Jets team moving forward because there are some pretty big holes on that offensive line. And I am curious to see how it holds up. And the Patriots have a very good defense. And I think that Aaron Rodgers, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be great on the Jets, but we don't know. And I think there is a chance it could be like the next Russell Wilson thing where everyone's expecting them to be Super Bowl contenders and it turns out they're awful. Do I think that's going to happen? No. But we haven't seen Aaron Rodgers with the Jets yet, so until we do, and until we see how good they actually are, I'm going to trust that the Patriots can go in there. That defense, like I said, that Patriots defense is so good, and it is very underrated. That secondary is great. The one thing they were missing in the secondary was a big, physical, tall, kind of alpha cornerback. They got that in Christian Gonzalez. That defensive front is loaded. I'm very high on that Patriots defense, and I think it's going to be, it always has really been for the last several years, the kind of foundation of that team, but I think it's really the foundation this year, and I think they give the Jets hell week 3, and I think they pull out another win. So the Patriots lose in Philadelphia, but then they win in Miami, and then they win home in Foxborough versus Miami, and then week 3 they go into the Jets, and they give the Jets a loss in week 3. Up next, week 4, the Patriots going into Dallas with a lot of momentum. Dallas is a very good team as well, though. I think this is going to be a very good game for both teams, but I have Dallas coming out on top. I just don't see the Patriots going into Dallas and beating them. That Dallas team is majorly improved. Good receiving core. Good offensive line. If Dak Prescott can stay healthy, they're going to be great. Defense is pretty good overall. The secondary is a little questionable. So I do think it will be a pretty good offensive game for both teams, but I do see Dallas pulling a win out. I think it'll be a close game, but I just don't see the Patriots going into Dallas, at least yet, and beating them. So Patriots start out 2-2. They do lose at Dallas after 2 back-to-back wins. But like I said, this is another game where it's going to be close, both good teams. But I think Dallas is just a better team right now, and especially with the home field advantage. Up next, week 5, we have the Patriots home against the New Orleans Saints. This will definitely be the easiest game they have in the first 5 weeks. I think this is an easy win for the Patriots. The Saints not looking too good this year. I do think they will be decent, but under Dennis Allen, who I'm not very high on at all as a coach, I don't think this team has a very high ceiling. I think the Patriots get the job done versus the Saints. I think it might be kind of close, but the Saints defense is pretty good, but that offensive line is pretty horrible. The receiving core is a little shaky besides Chris Olave And I think the Patriots do get the job done. I think this is another game where their defense. I think this is a game where where the Patriots defense could potentially put a shutout. I think if there's one game where the Patriots defense is going to shine like crazy, I think it's this game versus the Saints. I think the Patriots defense is going to dominate this game. So Patriots start out 3-2. They beat the Saints at home. Up next, we have the Patriots versus the Raiders. The Patriots are at the Raiders here. This is the game I'm going to. I live in California, but I'm driving like 6 hours to see it. I think the Patriots get the job done here in Vegas. Last year, Bill Belichick's going to remember exactly what happened with the awful disaster on the final play of the game. The Patriots held in good that game. Like I said, it was just the final play that blew it for them. I think the Patriots are better than the Raiders. Offensively, the Raiders are looking pretty good, but I think Bill Belichick knows these guys. He knows Jimmy Garoppolo. He knows Jacoby Myers. I think he's going to handle that offense pretty well. The Raiders' defense is not looking very good at all. The one thing I am interested to see, though, is how that offensive line holds up against the really triple threat of Max Crosby, Chandler Jones, and now Tyree Wilson. That is going to be a bit of a problem if our tackles aren't the best at week 6, because obviously our tackle situation is probably the biggest need on offense right now. And I am going to be a little worried to see how our tackles hold up against Tyree Wilson and Max Crosby. Hopefully they can hold up well. I think it will be a pretty good game, but I do see the Patriots going in and getting the win week 6 against Las Vegas to start the season out 4-2. Up next, we have week 7. The Patriots currently are 4-2, heading into a home game versus the Bills. I think this is the point in the season where the Patriots are going to go on, not a run, but I do think this is a game where they are going to upset the Bills. And here's why. I think the Patriots kind of on a very tough schedule, like I said, but I think this is a game where they kind of leave their footprint in that category where we're contenders. We may not be the best team, we may not be one of the best, but we are at least contenders, and we shouldn't be kind of written off as a team that, oh, it's just an easy team, we'll handle them. I think the Patriots show with this game versus Buffalo that they win. I think the Patriots do beat Buffalo in week 7. I think they use this game as an opportunity to show the world that they are contenders and they should not be messed with. So week 7, they get the win versus Buffalo. And you look at that lineup. Now, I think this is going to be a pretty low-scoring game. The home game versus the Patriots, it's going to be poor weather conditions. Both defenses are pretty good. I do think there is a good chance the Bills beat us and beat the Patriots here week 7. I'm not saying there's not, but I do think this could be that. I feel like every team has that game where they upset and they kind of like, oh, whoa, like maybe they're like more legit than we thought. I do think this is going to be the Patriots game, though. They're at home, just got back from a win in Las Vegas. I do think they kind of shocked the Bills here and beat them in week 7. This is the first matchup between the Patriots and the Bills, and I do think the Patriots shocked the Bills and they beat them to go 5-2. Next up, week 8, they are at Miami. This one I think it's going to be lost. The Patriots have been historically bad in Miami. I think they split this year with Miami. Like I said, the Patriots historically are not good in Miami. Miami, one of the worst places to play, very hot. And, like I said, the Patriots have never really been good in Miami. And I do think Miami is going to be a very good team. I think Miami is a Super Bowl contender right now. That defense is incredible. As long as Tua can stay healthy and that offensive line can protect him, I think they're Super Bowl contenders. So I think the Patriots split with Miami. At this point in the season, they would be 5-3. Next up, week 9, they are home against Washington. This should be a pretty easy game. I don't see why the Patriots would lose this game. So they don't sweep Washington because they don't play them once. But I do think the Patriots handle Washington to go 6-3. Week 10, this is the Germany game. They are home. Well, technically they're the home team, but they're at Germany facing the Colts. I think the Patriots handle this game as well. I think at this point in the season, I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of Anthony Richardson's first games. Like I said in one of my other videos, I think Anthony Richardson, if he's not the week 1 starter, he'll be the starter around week 8 or 9, kind of midway through the season. And I think going to Germany is a pretty big game for a young quarterback who's only on like a second or third game. I think the Patriots defense handles that Colts offense to lead them to be 7-3, I believe. Wait, let me look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so at this point in the season, I have the Patriots 7-3. Week 11, they have a bye week, so no game there. So at this point, week 10, the Patriots are 7-3, and things are looking pretty good. Week 12, they are at the New York Giants. Now, this is the slump where I think the Patriots' schedule gets a little tougher and they kind of get a little rockier. I actually think the Giants will beat the Patriots here in week 12. The Giants have gotten a lot better this offseason. Jalen Hyatt, very good receiving core. That offensive line has improved a lot. Defensively, the Giants are a little more questionable, but I do think adding Deontay Banks as a cornerback too is a major addition. Defensive front looking pretty good. I do think the Giants actually beat the Patriots coming off of their bye in week 12, so the Patriots go 7-4. Follow that up with a week 13 home game versus the Chargers. I also think the Patriots lose this game. I think the Chargers are a very good team now. As long as Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are healthy, they have that triple threat receiving core, that offensive line stays healthy. I think the Patriots are going to win this game. J.C. Jackson's return game, big game for him. I think the Chargers win this game. These are both, the Giants and the Chargers, both are games I could see flipped. I could see the Patriots winning. I could see not. But as of now, I do think the Chargers and the Giants both beat the Patriots to go 7-5. Week 14 at Pittsburgh, primetime game on Thursday night. I do think the Patriots handle Pittsburgh. They handled them last year. I think they handle them again. Pittsburgh has improved a lot offensively, but I see this as more of a low-scoring trenches game. And I think the Patriots defense handles Pittsburgh. I think that offense also kind of shows on primetime that they are legit, and I do think that offense has a pretty good night as well. Patriots at this point are 8-5. Heading into Week 15, they take on Kansas City, home game, Monday Night Football, primetime. I don't see the Patriots winning this game. I think there's a small chance the Patriots could upset the Chiefs here. But as of now, I think any logical person would have the Chiefs over the Patriots. I know it hurts for me to say it. As of now, though, I do think the Patriots will at least make it interesting. I don't think they're going to get blown out like they have recently. I do think they'll make it interesting. I do think that secondary is a lot better than it was last year. I could see them giving Mahomes a bit of a problem, but I do think the Chiefs beat the Patriots in Week 15. So heading into Week 16, the Patriots currently sit at 8-6 at Denver on a at a Sunday night primetime game. I think the Patriots win this game. I think the Broncos are going to be a much better team than they were last year with Sean Payton now as their head coach. But I think that defensive front is pretty bad, and I think the Patriots rush the ball a lot in this game. I think they run it a lot. I could see them having over 200 rushing yards. I think the Patriots' offensive line really dominates, and they run the ball a lot. That secondary for the Broncos is pretty lethal, just as the Patriots secondary is. I think it's going to be a pretty defensive game, but I do think the Patriots handle the Broncos at Denver Week 16 at a Sunday night primetime game. Follow that up with a Week 17 away game at Buffalo. I don't think the Patriots win this game. I don't think they stand a shot here, especially after upsetting the Bills in Week 7. I don't think the Bills are going to let them win twice, especially at their home field. Buffalo, one of the worst places to play on, especially in December with the awful weather conditions. I think the Bills handle the Patriots. And then finally, Week 18, the Patriots are home against the Jets, sitting at 9-7. I think this is a must-win for both teams. I think the Patriots win this game. I think this is a must-win for the Patriots. I know I said both teams. I think it's definitely going to be a must-win for the Patriots, sitting there at 9-7 if they want to have a shot at making a wild card. I think they handle the Jets, and they sweep the Jets to go 10-7. That is my overall record prediction for the Patriots. They go 10-7, and they sweep the Jets and Aaron Rodgers. So there you guys have it. That is my New England Patriots schedule review and prediction video. To recap, we have them sweeping the Jets. I have them upsetting the Bills in Week 7. I am also going to the Raiders game in Week 6, which I will definitely get a video out on. I will record that and go and kind of vlog my experience there. I'm very excited. It's my first NFL game, and it is a big one versus the Raiders. I'm very excited for that. I hope you guys did enjoy. I know I got my tier ranking video out on offenses a couple days ago. I'll get my defensive one out, as well as the overall teams within the next couple days. So make sure to subscribe and stay around for that if you don't want to miss out. If you guys have any specific teams you want me to do a schedule release on, make sure to comment down below because I'd be more than happy to do them. I just did the Patriots because y'all know they're my favorite team. But yeah, if you guys want me to do another team, if you have a favorite team you want me to do a schedule release video on, comment down below. I'd be more than happy to do that. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Jay. Make sure to like and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on any future content. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.